Hello everyone, I am Milan Samantray. Welcome you to Event Digital class. In previous lectures, we have discussed about different functional unities and the connection between processor and memory. In this lecture, we will discuss about the number systems used in a computer system. That means, the number system is used to represent a single number which we have given as an input to a computer system, and the computer system represent or it convert that number into different forms. Okay. And it is also important for many competitive exams. So, let us discuss about these number systems. Basically, a computer system convert a single number into 4 forms. One is decimal, binary, octal and hexadecimal. We are giving a single number through the input device by the keyboard, and the computer system it convert that single number into different forms, and also as a user we can also convert that number manually. So, we will discuss about some simple methods by which as a user you can convert that number also. Let us discuss about some simple methods by which we can convert one form into another form. So, we are given a number, let it is a decimal number, that is our 72. So, for decimal number the radix is our 10. Above the radix I will discuss later, and we do not know what is the representation of this decimal number 72. So, let us give you a question mark, and for binary number the radix value is 2, and for octal number the radix value is 8, and for hexadecimal number the radix value is our 16. Okay? And we have to fill these question marks. What will be the representation in different forms? Okay? So, what is the meaning of this radix? Radix 10 means to represent a decimal number we can use 10 digits only. Okay? That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So, that is 0 to 9, it is your 10 number of digits. So, to represent a decimal number, maybe it is 72, maybe 1000, maybe 1 lakh, anything, but we can use only these digits 0 to 9. That is our number. How many number of digits are there? Here is our 10 numbers of digits. The decimal number have radix 10, and in this way for binary number as the radix is 2, we can use only 2 values to represent a binary number. So, that 2 values is our 0 and 1. Similarly, to represent a octal number we can use the number of digits, that is our 8 numbers or 8 digits to represent a octal number, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. If a number contains beyond this range, or let us take a number 68, okay, and this number contains 2 digits, one is 6 and another one is 8, and as you can see the digit 8 is not coming under this range, that means it is not in between 0 to 7. So, this number could not be a octal number. Okay. So, for hexadecimal the radix is 16. So, what will be the value? The value is ranges from 0 to 15. So, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and after 9 the slide is changed. That means in general form we are written like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. But in hexadecimal form we cannot write like this, because if we will write like 10, 11, 12, 13 or 14, 15, then some user can imagine that this number may be an octal number or may be a decimal number. So, we have to represent in a different way, that is 10 as A, 11 as B, 12 C, 13 D, 14 E and 15 is to F. So, to represent a hexadecimal number we use 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15 into its coded form, that is our A, B, C, D, E and F. So, what will be the range? After 9 it is written as A, B, C, D, E and F. Okay. So, now you are clear about the radix, because if you have any doubt about radix, then you may face some problem during the conversion. Okay. So, first clear about the radix. If radix 10, then this much number of digits you can use to represent a decimal number or that number. Okay. And so, let us take an example how to convert this decimal number into its binary form, into octal form and into its hexadecimal form. Okay. So, as we know the radix is 2. Okay. So, to represent this decimal number into binary number, we have to divide 72 by 2 and we have to find out the remainder. Okay. What is the remainder? If we will divide 2, then it is our 36. So, what will be the remainder? It is 0. Then by dividing 36 by 2, it is our 18. So, remainder is 0. Then by 2 it is 9, remainder is 0. But when dividing 9 by 2, then it is 2 for the 8 and remainder is our 1. Which value remains? Sorry, how many value remains? It is our 1 value remains. Then 2, that is 0, then by 1, that is 0. Okay. But how you will write that binary number? Okay. You have to write from bottom to top. Okay. I repeat it again. You have, if you want to write the binary value of the decimal number, then you have to write from bottom to top, not from top to bottom. That means first we have to write 1, 0, 0, 1 and 000, then radix is 2. So, this is the binary value for the decimal number 72. Okay. So, let us convert this decimal number into octal number. In the same manner, what is the radix of an octal number? The radix is 8. So, we have to divide 72 into 8 and we have to find out the remainders. So, what? 8 9 is 72, so it is 0. Okay. And you have to write from bottom to top manner. So, what will be the value? 9, 0 and the radix is our 8. Sometimes we call it as a base. Let this much base is 2, 90 base is 8, or radix term is actually it is related to the organization, computer part. So, better to use the term radix. And to convert that decimal number into its hexadecimal form, it is 72 divisible by 16. So, what will be it? 4, it is 64 and the remaining is 8. Okay. So, what will be the hexadecimal value for this decimal value? It is our 4, 8 and what is the radix? Radix is our 16. Okay. Let us if a number or if a result comes like 2 and the remainder is 13 like this, you cannot write it as 2 and 13. You have to write it as 2 and 13 as D. Base is our 16. Okay. So, let's see how to convert in a reverse order. That means how to convert the binary value into decimal number and octal value into decimal number, and also for the hexadecimal value. So it is just the opposite of this. That means we are dividing by 2, and to represent binary value into decimal value we have to multiply. So what we will multiply and how, let us see. So what is the binary value? It is 1 0 0 1 0 0 and 0. So we have to convert this binary value into its appropriate decimal form. So what it will do, we will multiply by 2 to the power that the bit value, that means it is a 0th number of bit, it is 1, it is 2, it is 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we have to multiply this value with 2 to the power 0, this value with 2 to the power 1, and we have to add all these values to find out the decimal value of that appropriate binary number. So how we will write it? 1 into 2 to the power 6 plus 0 into 2 to the power 5 plus 0 into 2 to the power 4 plus 1 into 2 to the power 3 plus 0 into 2 to the power 2 plus 0 into 2 to the power 1, then plus 0 into 2 to the power 0. Okay? The value with the power of 2. Then what is the value of these terms? We have to add it. So what is the value of this? It is 64. 2 to the power 6 is 64 and multiplied by 1 it is 64 plus 2 to the power 5 is 32 and it is multiplied by 0, it will be 0. Then next value becomes 0. Then 2 to the power 3 is our 8, multiplied by 1 it is 8 plus 0 and 0. Okay. So what it will? It will be 72, radix is our 10. Okay. So let us see how to represent octal number to the decimal number. Okay. Basically this value. Okay. Okay. To represent this octal value, what we got? It is 90 actually. 90, our radix is 8. So to represent 90 into its decimal form, what we will do? Simple. This is 0th number of digit and it is first. So we have to multiply each value with the power of 8. Here we are multiplying with the power of 2. Here we will multiply by the power of 8. That means 9 into 8 to the power 1 plus 0 into 8 to the power 0. Okay. So what is the value? It is 72 plus 0. It will be, it becomes 72. Base is our 10. Because we are representing this octal value to its decimal form. That is why I am writing here radix as 10. And for this, let us see 4, 8 and radix is 16. So in the similar way, the digit value is 0th and first, and we are multiplying this with the power of 16. So for 4 multiplied by 16 to the power 1, as 4 is the first bit, it is the 0th number of bit. We have to number the bits from right to left, not from the left to right. Okay. Then plus 8 into 16 to the power 0. So what will be the value for this? 64 plus this value is 1, it is 8. It will be 72. Okay. So hexadecimal value is transferred to its decimal value. Okay. But now the problem comes when we will convert the octal into decimal or octal into binary or hexadecimal into its octal form or binary form. Okay. you cannot directly convert the octal number to its hexadecimal or binary value. Okay, it bits complex and sometimes it is not possible to convert an octal number to its appropriate binary value and hexadecimal value directly, but as you can see, you can convert an octal number to its decimal form. So, if you want to convert an octal value to its binary value or hexadecimal value, then you have to first convert that octal number into its appropriate decimal value, then from that decimal value by using these methods you can convert to its binary value. Okay. So, let us take the same example. Suppose there is another value, let 55, it is an octal value. Okay. If we want to represent it or we want to convert it into its binary value, then first we have to convert it into its decimal value, then from decimal value you can convert it either to the binary or to hexadecimal value. That means, let us see how. For 55, what will be the value in decimal? So, 5, it is 0, it is 1, 8 to the power 1 plus 5 into 8 to the power 0. So, it will be 40 plus 5. So, what will be the decimal value? The decimal value is our 45. Okay. And 45 into its binary value, like by using previous methods, 2, it is our 22, remainder is our 1, then 11, the remainder is 0, then 2, 5, remainder is 1, then 1, 0. So, what will be the value? The value is our 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. So, it will be the binary value for this octal value. Okay. So, let us see what will be the hexadecimal value for this. So, what is the decimal value? It is 45. So, from 45 we have to represent into its hexadecimal value. We have to represent this octal value to its hexadecimal value by converting its decimal value to the hexadecimal value. As I have told you before that we cannot directly convert this octal value into its hexadecimal value. For that we have to first convert this octal value into its decimal value, then from decimal value you can convert into its hexadecimal value. So, we are having the decimal value for this number. So, let us convert it. So, what will be the value? 45 is divided by 16. So, what will be? 32 and the value is remainder is 13. So, what will be the value? It is from bottom to top. It is here 2, 13. Okay. So, for 2 it remains same value 2, but for 13 we have to write the coded value, that is our D and this is our 16 radix. Okay. And in the same way also you can convert hexadecimal value into its octal or into its binary value. First you have to convert the hexadecimal value into its decimal format, then from decimal format by using these methods also you can convert into its binary and octal value. Okay. You cannot directly convert octal to hexadecimal or octal to binary, but you can convert octal to decimal. Okay. And for hexadecimal also you cannot directly convert. Okay. Through the decimal value we have to do the conversions. Okay. So, this is all about today's class. In the next class we will see how the binary value is represented in a number of representation like 1's complement, 2's complement and the sign magnitude. Okay. So, till then, thank you.